So, guys, this is my review for Tōkyō Ribenjāzu episode 1. And with that, let's dive right into this review of episode 1. Let's get it. Now, I definitely want to state this that originally I had uploaded episode 1 of my reaction to Tōkyō Ribenjāzu episode 1 titled Reborn a few months ago, roughly 4 or 5 months ago, here on the channel. If you want to check out the reaction to episode 1, you can definitely check that out here on the channel. Just look for the playlist itself for Tōkyō Ribenjāzu, you'll be able to find it. At that time, I wasn't doing review videos for any episodes of past anime, all like that. But now I'm really diving into the review videos for anime, whether I'm reacting to them or not. Once I watched episode 1, it definitely caught my attention. Of course, typical Isaki, the character, Takemichi here, he's, just a regular, normal, I want to say, if I believe he's probably getting close to 30 years old now, and he is just down and out, just like going through the motions of his day. And one thing that I found interesting about this is that in this moment, in this scene here, somebody shoves him into Train-kun, right? And I'm just like, well, who did it? Now, I'm gonna say that I hope to find out this information. I know that as far as the first season, it's pretty much fully done. And at that time too, I was, when I started watching the anime at that time 4 months ago, that it was roughly 5 or 6 episodes into the show, and I was like, yeah, I'm gonna just watch these episodes and react to them, get caught up, and blah blah blah. But that didn't happen. So, time went on, a couple of months went by, and then I just kind of just like let the anime continue to move forward. I had watched the first 2 episodes. I just didn't only upload the first episode, and then I watched and reacted to the second episode. But this first episode, like I said, this moment here with Takemichi, somebody shoves him into Train-kun, right? Just shoves him, and he pretty much dies and then gets reincarnated. So with that, then we dive into what the story is looking like to be moving forward. But even though I'm like trying to, even after the first episode, I'm trying to figure out just that train scene. We know that once Takemichi, he even says that, like, I wasn't thinking about my parents when that moment was getting ready to happen. I was getting ready to get hit by the train. I was thinking about my ex-girlfriend, which was Hinata, of course, had died via the situation with the Tokyo gang in that time, that he basically gets reincarnated into his younger self, and it's basically like life is giving him a second chance, and I'm still questioning and wondering, like, whoever decided to shove him off the onto the train tracks, maybe they are from this time period. I'm just taking a guess, a theory, but it's probably way off, right? But obviously he goes back to see his buddies Makoto, Yagamishi, Akun, and Takia, his homies from way back when, from 12 years ago. He basically gets a second chance with them. I mean, obviously it's, the story is going in a specific direction, and he basically relives the experiences from his childhood from 12 years ago with his friends getting beat up, bullied by the school gang, and all of that. And they of course were looking to try to get a one-up on the school gangs, the kids from the grade below them. So and obviously, like I said, they end up getting beat up. But again, that's where this is where the story is going. But for me, I was still questioning the train situation, but also thinking like, hey, he must obviously be getting a second chance at life, but you know, of course, it's not about that. It's basically about him, his ex-girlfriend, and of course, her little brother. Now, I do like the fact, and I kind of found it kind of little bit funny in this moment here that he goes and he protects Hinata's little brother, Naoto, here in the scene. I do like the fact that he grabs his bottle, breaks it, and he's like in his bag. He's basically saying like, "You're ruining my moment of having feelings and trying to just have a moment here, take a breath." But again, I do like the fact that that this occurs, but also at the same time, I'm just like sitting back and I'm just like, what are the odds that he runs into Hinata's little brother here? But I kind of still think, because again we're talking about time travel, right? We're talking about, because again him and Naoto have the conversation about time travel too. So I'm kind of questioning some things here in episode 1, and it just kind of makes me think like this probably more than likely, because he comes here, this moment probably still happened but in a different way. That, well, at least the conversation, at least, but I still feel like he still may have intervened here. But at the same time, with time travel, this moment probably was just another incident that was brand new and going in the direction that it needs to go as far as the story is concerned. So it's just one of those things, like maybe this moment, for the most part, 90% sure, for sure, this moment happened between of him coming here and saving Hinata's little brother. For the most part, 99% that this moment still occurred, but there's like that 10% chance that this created a whole new track of a timeline that will make the story go in a specific way. It's just one of those things that I'm just thinking about. So, but again, I did indeed enjoy this scene here, where he was like I said, he was trying to have a moment. He couldn't focus because Hinata's little brother was getting bullied by some other older kids or whatever, and he just steps in and intervenes. Now, obviously, when you do indeed mess with time travel, you mess with a timeline. Of course, we're looking at the time paradox and all of that, where you move one object and it still affects the entire timeline. So something, or even somebody, I believe that somebody shifted and created a time paradox where Naoto survives his death, but Hinata doesn't. And again, in this scene, Takemichi even says like, you died, such and such time, on this date, along with Hinata, blah blah blah. But he's like, I survived. You saved me, from having that conversation from 12 years ago, when you told me about this day happening and stuff, and I became a police officer and blah blah blah. And I did everything that I could to save my sister, but still, that incident still occurred. And with that, it makes me ponder on various things when it's pertaining to time travel and this time paradox and creating new timelines and stuff like that. So, with Takemichi still getting kind of like forced into this time travel thing, that's what I feel like. It's a forceful time travel that there's a reason for this. There's a reason why he is forced into this time travel business, that he is on a path to still try to save Hinata, which is probably still going to occur. I still have many episodes to watch, but Naoto just basically just says like he still believes that he can save, that Takemichi can save Hinata, and that's pretty much where the story is going. It's just many things that I'm questioning about this anime. Just just the first couple episodes in, and I'm just curious about stuff. So definitely looking forward to the rest of this anime when I sit down to watch episodes 3 and 4 to come. But it definitely caught my attention the first episode. I will say that. And episode 2 was also really good. So my review for that will be up once you watch my reaction. Episode 2 will be up a few hours later. But I did enjoy episode 1. It definitely caught my attention. I'm definitely looking forward to this story and everything, where it's gonna go moving forward. But that's pretty much my review, my thoughts on episode 1, guys. What did y'all think of episode 1 when you first sat down and watched it for the first time? Let's have a conversation in the comment section if you feel up to it, and I will talk to you all next time with more Tōkyō Revengers. Peace, guys.